Hello and welcome to the Pounce, your weekly Jaguars update. Hope everybody's doing good in Jacksonville because the weather's been pretty nice here too. Let's talk about those Jaguars. While they only scored 9 points in week 2 against the Oakland Raiders, who scored 19, that's a 7-point improvement on week 1 where they only scored the 2 points. So the team is improving. No need to panic. It's okay. We're building a winner here. Rome wasn't built in a day. I think Gus Bradley's doing a great job. GM Caldwell, he's doing awesome. The Atlanta product native there, I think they're really doing a great job riding the ship and putting us in a good place to win all the time. Henne is a good spot starter and a solid backup. Now, I'm even a fan of his because of the college he went to, the University of Michigan. But here I'm not super partial because, like I said, he's a good spot starter and he's a good solid backup. He's the guy you go to like right now with Blaine Gabbert hurt. Gabbert is probably still not going to be cleared to play this week, but there's no need to panic and there's no need to, we need to start trading people off or building for next year or something. No, we can very much win this year. There's great offensive weapons. There's Cecil Shorts and Ace Sanders, and there's Mike Brown. We can't forget about Denard Robinson, Justin Forsett, even Maurice Jones-Drew, who's one of my personal favorites. I've been following him for years. This guy can still play. He's one of the few that as most running backs start to get dinged up and everything, you're going to have your injuries here or there. I think his foot sprain's going to be good. He's going to be right back where he was a couple years ago. There's no need to try to. Maybe we could add a key piece here or there, but for the most part, they have built through all these different things, the draft and picking up free agents and stuff. The offense, to me, as soon as Gabbert comes back, you're going to see this thing really start to roll. Henne's going to keep it going for a while, but Gabbert is definitely going to be the captain of the future, in my opinion, here. The offensive line of Monroe, Rackley, Luke Joeckel, you don't get somebody in the first round for an offensive line unless, A, you really need it, and B, the kid is just that good. And Joeckel is that good. He solidifies this line. Blaine Gabbert statistically is one of the best quarterbacks in the league over the last couple years. When he has more than, I believe it's 2.4 seconds to throw, all you got to do is buy him 2.5 seconds, and he's going to make the throw, especially with all those weapons and everything. On the defense, Jason Babin has always been a popular choice of mine. Pozlewski, Geno Hayes, Alan Ball, Alu. Once again, it's just like the offense. The defense has been built to be young and to make. We're not trying to win. We're trying to win now, but at the same time, we're not trying to just buy our way to championships like many other teams try to do, especially in other sports. They'll just unload a bunch of money all of a sudden just so they can win 1 year. The Jaguars are built to try to do a 5 to 10 year run, as New England has done, as Pittsburgh did, as New Orleans continues to do, as Atlanta's currently doing, in order to compete with these people, in order to compete with, the Colts with the big trade and everything here lately, in order to compete with people just in our division, we had to build young and we have to build all at once. It's for the big run overall. This week, we are against Seattle, and while a lot of people aren't really putting us in this game, I think we're going to be a little bit closer than most. I think we have just as good a shot as anybody at keeping up with Seattle. And I, for one, am going to try to watch this game. I hope we can stay up with them real quick, and try to. To me, I think Seattle is super quick, and they try to do things. Even their cover guys try to shut down defenses by their quickness. But I think we can slow this game down, maybe running with Denard Robinson a bit and MJD and doing those kinds of things. And as soon as it starts to slow down, they start to maybe miss a step here or there, start to creep in, I think we go over the top to Cecil Shorts, Ace Sanders, any of those guys. Just Henne can air it out real quick, or if Gabbert does happen to make it back. I do think we can stay in this game and prove a lot of people wrong that aren't even giving the Jaguars a chance. I did get some fan feedback this week. I'm very happy about that. If you guys want to send me your fan feedback at all times, you can interact with me on Twitter. I'll have all my information up on the website as well, but at the Impact 99 or at 3 Endzone, you can catch me at either of those two places. Send me all your Jags questions, comments, suggestions, things you want to hear about. But I talked to one particular fan this week, and I hope I don't mispronounce this or say this wrong, but at AONetHelp, it was a pleasure talking to you, and he brought up the point with Cleveland trading Trent Richardson and pretty much, in my opinion, telling their fan base, see you next year, are the Jags set to do such a thing with, Maurice Jones-Drew? Would now be the perfect time to trade him, seeing as how he's in his contract year? To me, I think that's a great question. My personal response to that is that I don't feel that the Jaguars would want to move Maurice Jones-Drew. If nothing else, they may sign him to a 2 to 3 year extension sometime later this year, or possibly, let him test the market and then re-sign him afterwards. But I think he's been such an integral part of keeping them relevant over the years. He's always been about, trying to help out the team and everything, that I believe they're not gonna start dumping players just to get draft picks next year, and they're not gonna tell the great Jags fan base that we've already given up after 2 weeks this year. Come back next year, we should be a little bit better because we'll have all these draft picks. And I think that's the wrong message to send to any fan base. I don't care if your team's the number 1 team or if you're the 32nd team or if you're anywhere in between. To me, you should always try to put a winner on the field, and you should always try to not necessarily cater to your fans, but you should try to be get them super excited, and you should be excited to watch your team. The Jaguars are super exciting to watch. Talking to that, though, I do have to mention I guess it's going to be a weekly thing now, according to what I heard, but the Tim Tebow rally that happened right outside the stadium on Monday, apparently it's going to be a weekly thing now. Had a handful of you guys show up to that. I'm sure the people appreciated that. Hopefully I can make it to one of these if you guys are going to keep having a bunch of them. But what some of you guys are trying to do is see if you can influence the management to sign Tim Tebow, who grew up right outside of Jacksonville, Florida. He went to the University of Florida. He's pretty much a hometown hero over that way. I'm torn on this issue because I'm a big Tim Tebow supporter. I've always felt that he hasn't gotten a whole lot of fair shakes, and nobody's looking at his track record that he's a proven winner everywhere he's went. He never stops trying. Who cares how he throws? How many other people in the league, including Michael Vick, who's going to be on Thursday Night Football this week, who are not only left-handed but throw sidearm, underhanded, whatever works in order to do the pass? I don't understand the debate there. If the Jaguars want to sign him, I will support him even more, and that much, and especially the team. But to me, I don't know that we necessarily need him because, once again, Blaine Gabbert is our guy. The offense works well with him. He's a great captain of the ship. He is our captain of the future. Chad Henne's the solid backup. I mean, if management wants to sign Tim Tebow, we'll embrace him with open arms the way only Jaguar fans can. But if they don't, we wish the best for Tim and for whatever future venture he gets into, because we know it'll be positive, we know it'll be great, we know it'll be football. But that's going to do it for this week. I'm Jeremy York. We'll see you next week on the Pounce.